The ERi-TV news broadcast crew and I, Delegate Sahaya, are now ready for your daily news briefing at 10:30 local time. But first, let us catch up with the major headlines. Senior Eritrean delegation met with officials of various countries. Awards were given to outstanding students. Iranian, Russian, Turkish foreign ministers met in New York to discuss Syria crisis. And Israeli forces attack Palestinian protesters in besieged Gaza Strip, injuring 30 people. On our local news, Mr. Osman Saleh, Minister of Foreign Affairs, and Presidential Advisor Mr. Yamana Gabrab, that have been attending the high-level political forum on sustainable development in New York, met and held talks with foreign ministers of various countries. Accordingly, Mr. Osman Saleh, on 21st and 22nd September, met and held talks with Mr. Sergei Alenik, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Belarus, Mr. Sameh Shoukry, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Egypt, and Mr. Riyad Al-Maliki, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Palestine, focusing on the bilateral relations and topics shared interests. Likewise, Presidential Advisor Mr. Yamana Gabrab on 21st September met and held talks with Bassam Al-Sabah, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs of Expatriate of Syrian, and discussed on strengthening bilateral relations and topics of significance in both countries. Barka and Asmara Comprehensive High Schools provided awards to 159 outstanding students, including 81 female students that has scored higher points in the 2022-2023 academic year's National School Leaving Examination. The award ceremony held in Barka Secondary School in Asmara, Mr. Samana Gabralul, the director, announced the 79 outstanding students, including 33 female students, had received awards, and that the objective was to encourage the awardees and inspire other students to be competitive in their academic pursuits. Similarly, the Asmara Comprehensive High School gave recognition to 80 outstanding students, including 48 females with GPS of 3 to 4, and school's director, Mr. Goitom Nagash, stated that the award was continuation of similar awards given to outstanding students each year and urged the recipients to excel their college studies. The recipients of the award expressed their gratitude to award and their willingness to work very hard to be successful in their higher education courses. Mr. Abraham Tukhlu, head of the Forestry and Wildlife Authorities branch in Central Region, said that strong effort is being exerted to develop forest resources in the region. According to Mr. Abraham, 1.2 million tree seedlings have been planted and are going well on over 2.3 million tree seedlings of 33 types that were prepared for planting from 9 nurseries. The administration has established 5 centers to control unlawful deforestation activities, according to Mr. Abraham, and legal action is being taken against individuals who are involved in illegal activities. Mr. Abraham urged the public to increase engagement in projects and added that sufficient follow-up was being done to ensure the safety of tree seedlings planted in 350 hectares of land at Maydimnet and Beit Girgish. Dear viewers, we'll be back with the international news shortly. So stay tuned. Welcome back. Among the ongoing diplomatic efforts to tackle the Syrian crisis, foreign ministers from Iran, Russia, and Turkey had held a tripartite summit in Astana format to secure peace and stability in the Arab country. The joint meeting was held in the sidelines of 78 sessions of the United Nations General Assembly in New York on Friday and was attended by Iran's Foreign Minister Hossein Amir Abdullahian, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, the Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan. UN Special Envoy of Syria Geir Perdis was also present at the talks, which took place at the permanent mission of Iran to the UN. Speaking at the event, Amir Abdullahian lambasted the worsening humanitarian situation in Syria, attributing part of the misery inflicted on the Syrian people to the unilateral Western sanctions and the looting of the Syrian assets and natural resources, which have markedly targeted the nation's women and children, among others. He denounced the anti-Syria sanctions that are illegal and underlined the need for their complete removal. The top Iranian diplomat further said sanctions of the war-torn Syria should be not treated as a tool in order to exert pressure on the Damascus government, adding that resolution of the Syrian refugee crisis requires recovery of essential infrastructure and availability of water, electricity, and other services at all. On our last news, Israeli forces have attacked Palestinian protesters in the besieged Gaza Strip, injuring more than 30 people. The protesters gathered near the fence separating Gaza from occupied terrorists on Friday. The Israeli military said the forces have conducted air attacks on the Gaza Strip, and demonstrators expressed support for the Al-Aqsa Mosque and the occupied West Bank aimed rising acts of violence committed by Israeli forces and settlers against the Palestinians there. They also voiced solidarity of the Palestinian-held Israeli jails. Israeli forces used live ammunition and tear gas to disperse the protesters. In response, the protesters launched combustible balloons towards Israeli settlement near Gaza, causing fires. Israeli forces then launched aerial and artillery attacks on resistance positions in the eastern Gaza, injuring at least one Palestinian. The Israeli military said on a drone hit 2 military posts belonging to the Palestinian resistance movement, Hamas, which governs the Gaza Strip. Separately, an Israeli tank hit another military post, claiming the shots were fired from there towards Israeli troops confronting protesters. The Hamas-affiliated radio station Asqa said several people have been wounded in the strikes. Dear viewers, we've come to the end of tonight's news. Let's have a quick recap of the headlines. Senior Eritrean delegation met with officials of various countries. Awards were given to outstanding students. Iranian, Russian, Turkish foreign ministers met in New York to discuss Syria crisis. And Israeli forces attacked Palestinian protesters in besieged Gaza Strip, injuring 30 people. That is all with our local and international news, viewers. Thanks for watching and have a good night.